Why 9/11 is not mentioned on Osama bin Laden's most wanted page is because the FBI has no hard evidence connecting bin Laden to 9/11. Toom continued, quote, bin Laden has not been formally charged in connection to 9/11, close quote. Asked to explain the process, Toom responded, quote, the FBI gathers evidence. Once evidence is gathered, it is turned over to the Department of Justice. The Department of Justice then decides whether it has enough evidence to present to a federal grand jury. In the case of the 1998 United States embassies being bombed, bin Laden has been formally indicted and charged by a federal grand jury. He has not, I repeat, he has not been formally indicted and charged in connection with 9/11 because the FBI has no hard evidence connecting bin Laden to 9/11.
Go ahead, Jim.
Testing. Hello? Testing. Look, brothers and sisters, think with me. If they don't have any hard evidence, turn it up. Hello?
Maybe I ain't to walk. Oh, here it is. Look, if they don't have any hard evidence, then Osama bin Laden is a patsy that was used to dumb the American people down, but to make the American people hateful of Islam. All the Muslims in this audience, since 9/11, hardly any money has come from Saudi Arabia, Kuwait, the Muslim countries, not to plan terrorist activity in America, but to build mosques and schools and hospitals and advance Islam. Today, Muslims are being set upon by that same FBI that got plants in mosques all over America. Now you talk back to me. Is this a people that love Islam? They lied to us. We're not against Islam. We're against terrorism. Well, guess what? So are we. We're against terrorism. Look at what they're doing inside Muslim mosques. They get a few Muslims that have engendered a dislike for Israel, a dislike for what America is doing, and this FBI plot feeds them, gets them hyped up. Then when the deal is about to go down, the FBI comes out, we stopped another terrorist plot from the Muslims. It's a game that's being played to set up a predicate for an attack on the Nation of Islam. You can take it or leave it. And on all Muslims. So don't think because you're not in the Nation of Islam that you're free. Because if you are a Muslim, you are a part of the Nation of Islam. Now, I'm almost finished with that. Now, if you can look at the failure of our government to satisfy the needs of its people, and the failure of most governments, then this makes even more important the prophecies of the coming of God and a government on his shoulders. This government is the kingdom of God on earth. Now, all of you who are Christians, you pray, "Our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come. Thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven." You pray for God's kingdom to come to earth. Now, do you think God's kingdom would be better than democracy? No. We have lived under democracy. We've never lived in God's kingdom. But let's think about God, and I'm going to show him to you in a minute, why you should want to be in his government. Oh, this is beautiful to help me. I'm not going to be that long, but you've been with me so wonderfully, and I didn't even see you get up and put some water on your face. Just got a little bit more. Beloved, look at the reasoning of those in power. Oh my God, there's global warming. Oh my God. The earth can't take, it's 6.5 billion people. We just can't feed that many. So what are you going to do? Kill as many as you can. So how are you going to kill them in today's world? Oh, how do we get rid of them? We have to develop a science that kills them and makes it look as though they died in a pestilence, or they died from some disease, or, oh, poor things, they got cancer and they just fell off the earth, bless their hearts. They died. They died from AIDS. They died from overdoses of drugs. But the object is they must die. Now, I want us to look at God's government. Do you think feeding 6.5 billion people on the earth would be a problem for God? Oh, yeah, I think it'd be a problem for God. Well, let me show you why it's not. Do you think that God can't make use of each one of you that he sent into this world and gave each one of us a gift from himself? Do you think that God would not set up an educational system to cultivate and develop what he has put within each and every human being? Do you think that God wouldn't know how to make use of your talent? Some of you in jobs that you went to college, got a degree, and you in a job that ain't got nothing to do with your education, but you just trying to make a little money to make ends meet, and you go from one payday to another mad as hell because you are not fulfilled as a human being. Do you think God's government would treat us like that? Oh, wait a minute, wait a minute. Look at all the hatred that's on the earth between this tribe and this nation and that nation and this race and that race and this ethnicity and that ethnicity. Do you think God would have a government where people would be out there killing?